Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a narration of a message that I received, and the message reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my own story? Yes, unknown. I am a man that comes from Nigeria. I've been living here in Nigeria since 2012. I came here in 2012 to hustle. At first, I was just doing some job with one of my friends. He had a small shop, and when I saw that the shop was now being used as a front to do drugs, I then moved out and I started my small little hustle where I owned a small restaurant. It was just a matter of surviving. That was when a friend of mine told me that he wanted to open a panel beating shop. So I assisted him and we became business partners. From there on, that was when Uber came around. At first, I ignored it. And by the time that I jumped into Uber, a lot of people have been doing it. So I became a Bolt driver because I just wanted to survive. And I never even thought that this spiritual encounter was going to happen. It was just a small job that I had gotten, a small job that destroyed my life. It was in the year 2019. At that time, there is something that happened to me, something that is so real, and it terrifies me to this very day. Everyone is afraid of running mad. And just imagine if you have ever been in a situation where you lost your mind and then you are okay. It is more terrifying because you keep on thinking about if it will happen again, because losing your mind is like losing your life. You have no memory whatsoever as to what will be happening to you in that moment. You will be living in your own world where you see things that do not even exist, doing things that on a normal day you will never do those things. And that was the case which was happening to me the years when I was losing my mind. I lost my mind, and within a year, I was okay. So there was this other Sangoma that I owned. I had known this Sangoma from the days when I used to work at the clothing shop that my friend owned. So he would come over and we'll have a chat. This man, I used to think that he was just fake, someone that was there to get free money from people that believed in spiritual stuff. As for me, I believed that God existed. Here and there, I would go to a church, a Bible-believing church. And I never thought that these things that they talk about here, the spirits of the Tokoloshes, they exist. I just thought that they were things that were spoken of just to make people to be scared, just to eat people's money. I never thought that Tokoloshes are for real. So this man, when he found out that now I was working as a Bolt driver, he then asked for my friend to give me my phone number, and my friend gave him my phone number, and then we started talking. This man told me that he had a job and it started small, and the money that I was making, like the money that I will cash into myself within a week, that will be the money that I would make within one trip, because he would pay me for a trip to go to a cemetery, which I cannot tell you, but it was out of Gauteng. I had to travel and then I had to come back. He would put fuel for me to go and to come back. He would give me so much fuel, so much that I would be having fuel to even do more trips, even up to 3, 4, 5 trips using that fuel. So after that, then he would give me more money on top of the fuel that you would have paid me, toll gates included. There was this other cemetery where I was supposed to go to that graveyard, and then I would throw away the hair that they would have collected at his salon. So he owned a barber shop, but it also had a salon where women's hair were done, and he had guys that were cutting men's and women's hair. And I would go and I would collect it. He would give me a black plastic bag that was full of the human hair. Then I would just go and throw it inside and leave. And I was never supposed to look back. He always told me, even on WhatsApp, when I would be traveling, he would remind me, after dumping it, please do not look back. Just walk back to your car without looking at the graves again. You do not have to do it. He told me that it did not even matter if I was going to do this during the day or at night. it was all up to me. Just go to the cemetery and drop it off. So I was then sent again to go and throw this human hair in the river. At that time, he paid me 1.3. It was a local trip here in Johannesburg. He said, just look for a river. Any river will do. Just go there and throw away this hair that they had collected at the Sangoma's barber shop. And I went and I did it. Then I thought of getting a dash cam because I had a minor accident. Like, it was not an accident as such. We nearly had an accident. So the guy was wrong and he had missed me by a few centimeters. We could have crashed into each other. Instead of him apologizing, he thought that I was the one who was wrong. So I said, the next time that it is going to happen, something bad will happen to me, it is better for me to protect myself and buy a dash cam. So I bought a dash cam without even thinking about anything. So this dash cam, one day when I had gone out of Gauteng province to throw away the human hair, it started glitching, and I said, okay, I will see what I can do when I get back home. At that time, I was staying in Berea at this other apartment. So I randomly opened my dash cam to review the footage. So when I was busy just randomly looking at the footage and wondering why it was glitching quite a lot, from around 47 minutes, that was when I saw that there was a dark shadow that was sitting behind my seat as if it was a human being. And then that dark shadow transformed and it became a small little creature that was naked, and it even looked at me as if it was speaking with me. When I saw everything that was happening on the video, I just took my phone and I called that Sangoma. Since everything that I was witnessing here, it was something that was spiritual, that was not normal. I then said, let me call this man. He is the one who can assist me, who can help me to understand what is it exactly that I am looking at. I called him and I said, Uncle, there is something that is happening here, and I wish to understand what is really going on. That was when that Sangoma just said to me, okay, it is fine. I am going to speak with you so that I can help you. And when I tried to call him, he did not pick up his phone. Throughout the day, he was no longer picking up his phone. So I never thought much about that footage that I had. Later on in the day, that was when I went back. I just wanted to see what was going on. That was when I found out that the video was nowhere to be seen. I tried by all means and I could not get the video anymore. I even went to this other man whom I thought knew much about technology. He tried by all means, but it did not work at all. He tried to recover, but he said that the video was already damaged. It could not be recovered. And then when I returned back home, I started to feel really hot. When I said that I returned back home, no, I did not return back home. I just left that guy's shop and I started walking. I thought that I was driving back home, but I was just walking in town and I was already running mad. I woke up almost 11 months later. I had been living in the streets. I was so dirty. I was sleeping near Carlton Center. That was where I woke up. And when I went to my friends, everyone was shocked. They thought that I was a dead man. And I told them everything that happened, but I did not remember the things that were happening to me during the time when I was running mad. No one believed my story that I saw a Tokoloshe on my dash cam. Then I went mad for about a year. But this is the spiritual encounter that I had. People just need to be careful. The world is very wicked. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me. If you have any confession that you wish to share with me, please do not hesitate to reach out to us either on WhatsApp or on TikTok. Then you share with us your own experience that you have had, whether it is a spiritual experience that you had, or if you are a witch, a ritualist, a Satanist, you can come with your secrets and I will share them on our platform.